excel your fat loss journey. It's not about like your calories and your training. They are the two most important things, obviously, but nailing all the rest of your variables and making the process as smooth as possible is what you're after. YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be diving into the best ways at hitting your fat loss goals. So we're going to get straight to it. The first point, obviously, is making sure that you are in a calorie/energy deficit. So how do you know if you're in a calorie deficit? Don't go by the macro or calorie trackers online, because they are way off. If I was to put mine in now, then it would tell me that I would need to eat 1700 calories to lose weight, and that is way off. Like, I could start off my prep on 2600 calories and lose weight. So what you want to do is, this comes from trial and error, and throughout the years you will get better and better at this. Start with the highest amount of calories that you think that you can lose weight on. If the scale weight is dropping, you're aiming to lose a pound, half a pound to a pound a week is perfect, but it also depends how much fat you're carrying. If you're not losing fat, all you have to do is adjust your calories by maybe 100 to 200 calories, and then next week hit the scale, take check-in photos, and don't always depend on the scale, especially with females, because small amounts of fats can be lost, and females tend to fluctuate a lot more than males. So the scale weight is not everything, so don't depend on it too much. Take check-in photos weekly if you're doing it yourself, and weigh yourself weekly. And if you're making progress, you don't need to make any adjustments. So you want to do this process as slow as possible. You do not want to throw everything in at the one time. Start with the highest you can, make progress, and just keep it at a steady rate. There's apps on your phone called like Pappy Scale, so you can track how much weight, and it'll show you how much weight you're losing weekly, and you're aiming to lose maybe 1 pound a week, 1 or 2 pounds, depending on how much weight you have to lose. And if you're a bodybuilder, you want to also keep this process slow, because you do not want to dig in to any muscle tissue. So the faster that you lose fat, then that could equal to muscle loss as well. Make sure that you are keeping the same progressive training style as you are in the off season. Do not make any changes to your training style. You still want to go into the gym with the idea of building muscle, because there's this myth that you can't build muscle on a calorie deficit, but you definitely can grow into a show, grow into a photo shoot, grow into the end of a fat loss phase. At the end of the fat loss phase, you're probably not building any muscle tissue yet, but at least trying to maintain it. So make sure at the start of your fat loss phase that you're still progressing with your reps, progressing with your strength. And if you're not progressing at the start of your fat loss phase, your calories are probably too low, and your workout performance at the start of your phase should be very good. It should actually be better than the end of your off season, because you're not eating as much calories, your nutrients are being partitioned better, you're doing more cardio, you're more active, and you have more energy. So your performance should stay the same. Keep the same progressive overload training style, because that will yield the best body composition. It will hold the most muscle tissue, and more muscle tissue equals a higher metabolic rate, which will in turn burn more calories, make you look better, and that's the goal that we're trying to achieve. Eat low calorie, high volume foods. If you're macro tracking, do not be throwing a whole pile of junk into your diet, because if you're eating chocolate bars, that's not going to fill your stomach up, and it's going to be a quick release, and you're going to be hungry 10-15 minutes later. So what you can do is bulk up your meals with lots of vegetables. One thing I do before I eat a meal is I will drink a big bottle of water before, if my appetite's really bad, that fills my stomach up, and then whenever I eat the meal, my stomach feels more full. And whenever you're in fat loss phase, make sure that you're hitting your water intake, because water is massive. So aim to drink 4 to 5 liters of water a day. Eat low calorie, high volume foods. Just like my last video, I'll pop up some low calorie, high volume foods on the screen right now. One thing that really helped me in my fat loss phases is pushing my first meal out as much as I could. Now, not everybody can do this because everyone has a different schedule. So if you can do this, then have a few coffees in the morning, get your steps in, and try to push that meal out for maybe 2 to 3 hours. So that 2 to 3 hours will literally give you so much leeway towards the end of the day, and maybe push a meal towards bedtime whenever you're the most hungry. And I want to say, have a good bedtime routine. Switch off early. Meditate around 7 or 8 o'clock. I usually go to bed at 11 o'clock. And make sure that you're not eating a meal too far away from bedtime. People say eating before bedtime can mess up your sleep. But in a calorie deficit, it's completely different. If you go to bed and you're starving, you're less chance of falling asleep. So make sure you're timing your meal very close to bedtime. And especially in a fat loss phase, you want to be getting about 7 or 8 hours if possible. I know not everybody can with their busy schedule. But even 6 hours of high quality sleep is excellent. So you want to make sure that you are getting that sleep in, because it's going to make this process so much easier. So making sure that you have that nighttime routine locked in is really going to excel your fat loss phase. But I just want to point out how important sleep is. It literally is just I would put diet, training and sleep as the top 3 things that you really want to have nailed down, and then the rest of the variables will all come together. Your stress will be lower because your sleep's better, which is all going to have a massive effect. And it's not only going to have an effect on how you feel, it's going to have an effect on your progress. So making sure that you are having your sleep nailed in. You can use your smartwatch to track your sleep, track your deep sleep, and use supplements if you need to get that higher quality of sleep. So fasting and having a few coffees in the morning will also suppress your appetite, but be careful. Implement a caffeine curfew. I recommend 2 or 3 o'clock, because caffeine's got a half-life of 5 o'clock. So if you drink a coffee at 4 or 5 o'clock, then by bedtime that caffeine's still in your system, and you might still fall asleep, but it's not the actual sleep quantity that you're after, it's the quality of sleep. And sleep will affect your hormones, it will affect your stress, it'll affect your ghrelin. Your ghrelin's going to go up, it's going to make your appetite worse, it's going to bring your leptin down. And stress is a factor that you really want to keep low in a fat loss phase. Stress equals cortisol. Cortisol goes high and then you hold water. So keeping stress low is a really massive factor. I said really again. I do this on every video. But so the best way at keeping stress low is meditating, trying to switch off, do some things you like, read a book, avoid looking at your phone after 7 or 8 o'clock, because the blue light can reduce your melatonin, the hormone created in your body that helps you sleep. Make sure that you enjoy your nutrition plan, and make sure that you enjoy your training plan, because this way is going to lead to the most results, because you're more likely to adhere to the plan and stick to it over a long period of time. Less chance of giving in on a cheat meal or whatever. Not only will you find getting results easier, you will sustain your results, because whenever your plan is finished, you're not going to be craving all this different foods because you actually enjoy the plan that you're eating. So sustaining your results is a key, and with my own clients, I always make sure that they enjoy all the food that they're eating, because who wants to stick to a diet plan for 12, 16, 8, whatever it is, weeks, and eat foods that they don't like, because that's just not, like, that's not enjoyable, and you will find it extremely hard to adhere to. And adherence is key, and you want to be consistent with your diet plan. So make sure that you're enjoying your nutrition, make sure that you're enjoying your training plan. And this is why I like myself tracking macros, because in the past I followed diets that I didn't like and I got shredded, but whenever the shred was over, I just fell off completely straight away. Binged it because I was like that the chicken and whatever it was for 12 weeks, starving to death, and then I find it extremely hard to get back into my normal eating routine. But in the recent years, I find it a lot easier to reverse myself, because I eat the food now that I'm eating on prep as well. So I enjoy macro tracking, so I can put foods into my plan that I like, and it makes the process so much easier, it makes it so much smoother. You'll get better results, you'll be able to sustain your results, you'll be more consistent, and your adherence will be a lot better. Whenever I started my fitness journey, one thing was, do I eat extra calories if I burn more calories on the treadmill or whatever, or do I go off my smartwatch? Do not use your smartwatch as a way of tracking calories. Write out a plan, where it's your own FitnessPal, or it's just a standardized diet plan, and be consistent with it. Do not eat extra calories if your Fitbit says you burned so and so, because your Fitbit is not correct. Everybody has a different, there's 8 billion people in the world with all different DNA, different structure, different genetics, and a Fitbit does not know how much calories you're burning. Your Fitbit does not know how fast your metabolism your Fitbit does not know how fast your metabolism is. So do not use your step tracker as a way of tracking your calories. Stick to a consistent meal plan. This isn't too much of a big factor, but make sure that you're not focusing on the end date of your goal, because this way you get caught up. I have another 8 weeks of diet, and it makes it extremely harder whenever you know how many days you have left. And as the further the fat loss plan goes in, and the harder it gets, your body fat goes down, the days do tend to get longer and longer. So what you want to do is get up every day, have a to-do list, and tick your boxes for that day. Make that day the best you can, and absolutely smash it. Wake up with a positive mindset, and do what you can in that day. Just focus on that day, how the best you can be, and I can guarantee you the process will be so much easier than focusing on the end date. And the result of the end date will be so much better, and you will feel a lot better mentally also. So it's not a big factor, but just try your best to do what you can on that exact day, and don't focus on the end result. The next tip is going to be stick to meal times. So write out the exact time that you're having each meal. This way that you're not going, whenever the plan gets harder and the further gets in, you're not going to eat your meals too early in the day, leaving you with nothing at the end of the day. I am guilty of this myself. Sometimes at the end of my prep, well, competition prep was a lot harder, but I was like struggling to get through the day, and I would have banged 2 meals in me at 5 o'clock, and I would have 1 meal left, and then I'll be starving for the rest of the day, and it makes the process so much harder. So do your best just to write out the exact times that you are eating your meals, and stick to them. So this way you're not eating just sporadically throughout the day, and that will make a dramatic difference to your fat loss journey. So guys, that is going to wrap up the video for fat loss tips and how to really excel your fat loss journey. Make it as easy as possible. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you're not new here, and I know you haven't subscribed because I checked, and the amount of people that watch my videos who's not subscribed is insane. So please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by December. That is my goal, and if I get that, I will be over the moon. So please hit the sub button, and if you want to keep seeing videos like this, let me know. My off-season series is starting on Thursday, so I will be recording then. I will probably have that out by next Monday, hopefully, or maybe the weekend. I'm aiming to get 2 videos in a week, but it is extremely hard with my busy schedule. I am PTing, I'm doing online coaching, advertising, doing a lot of things. So, but I'm really finding to manage my time a lot better. So it's just trial and error for me at the minute. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button and hit that damn sub button so we can get up to 500 subs. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.